Welcome, oil campers. This is day one of Oil Camp, and I'm so excited to be with you today as we kick this off. My name is Melissa Morgner, and I am part of your support team in doTERRA and the founder of the Little Brown Bottles team, which you are now a part of. So welcome, and we are so glad you're here. You're going to get to know me and several other camp coaches very well over these next couple weeks. You're going to see us on videos and sharing information and just teaching you about your oils. And so we're going to feel like one big happy oil family when we are done. So before we dive into the logistics of Oil Camp, I want to explain a little bit about the why behind it. So when I was brand new to essential oils, I had gone to my neighbor's class and really didn't think I needed essential oils and fell in love. I had an amazing experience with On Guard and left knowing, oh my gosh, these oils have got to be part of our life. And so because she was my next door neighbor, we found ourselves always talking about oils. We'd be outside, standing next to the trampoline our kids are jumping on, and talking about oils and sharing what we were doing and what was working and what wasn't working, like be careful rubbing your eyes after you put on the peppermint. And so as we learned from each other, we were creating this great little doTERRA community. And before long, we had neighbors that were getting into oils, and we joked that we lived in doTERRA Heights. It was so fun to have that community to support us as we were learning. And I really think it made our own experience just so much richer, and it just made it so much more fun to incorporate oils because we had this community and this support around us. So that's really what we are creating here for you with Oil Camp. We want this to be an amazing resource and education. And so I hope that you will get that as you learn and really stay connected with the friend who invited you to Oil Camp, because that's what they are and what we are for you is that community. So who is Oil Camp intended for? So we designed this for the brand new oil user as well as the experienced oil user. Sometimes maybe you've had a kit of oils that you've had for a year or more, and maybe there's a few of them that you use regularly, but you might not be sure what to do with the rest of them. It can be kind of overwhelming to hear and learn about all the oils and yet knowing how to use them on a daily basis. And so that's why we've created Oil Camp. You're going to learn a day in the life from several experienced oil users, and you're going to get ideas about some of the most common and helpful ways to begin incorporating the oils into your wellness routine. So what do you need? You need your oils to get the most out of Oil Camp and participate effectively. Have those on hand. If they haven't arrived yet, then you're going to have a hard time keeping up with this. So hang on till you get some oils in your hand. We also want you to know you don't have to have every single oil we talk about. And so don't worry if you don't have everything. You're still going to learn so much. And there's so many oils that can do similar things. And so feel free to reach back to the friend who invited you to Oil Camp if, for instance, maybe you don't have any of the oils. We talk about the top 10 oils, but maybe you got started with a completely different kit, or maybe you just started with one or two oils, and that's totally fine. They may be able to give you a couple little samples of things, but what you have is good enough to start. We want you to be learning and just have an open mind about all that these oils can do. So every day you're going to see about 4 to 6 modules for you to walk through. It'll take about 15 to 20 minutes a day. They're really short things. They're action-oriented educational tidbits. And so that 15 to 20 minutes, if you just set that time aside, you're going to be able to watch those. And sometimes it's something to read, sometimes it's a video to watch or a link to go to. And so be prepared to just carve out just a little bit of time that works for you. You could do it on your lunch break, first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening, whatever makes sense for you. So here's how it works. Oil Camp is hosted on a great site called Teachable. And what you're going to see when you log in to Oil Camp is these modules, and we've divided them into days because we really think Oil Camp works best if you can set aside 2 weeks and spend that 15 to 20 minutes a day going through. Now, if for some reason you miss a day, it's totally okay. Pick up where you left off. But we want you to go in order with these posts. And as you do that, those little circles will get filled in. And so just come to read through each of the sections and just hit start, and it'll take you right to it. It's super easy to use and very friendly on just computer-wise. It's super easy. And off to the side there, you'll see where it says Oil Camp. Right now, it says 0% complete, but as you progress through, you'll get to keep track of your progress there. So that's really fun to be able to see. Now, some of the content that you're going to learn comes straight from doTERRA. They've provided a wealth of information for us to draw from, and we want to utilize that. And so any of those videos that you come across there, you're going to see you're on a doTERRA site. We're also going to share some really quick and easy DIYs, things that you can make in like 5 minutes or less, which is fantastic because I was not a DIYer the first 3 years that I used oils. In fact, I just thought it was complicated. But there are so many things that are so simple, and you can take your oils and put them to use in making cleaning sprays or things that get other toxins out of your home and really save so much money. So here's how it works. You're going to find those links to trusted resources, fun DIYs. Now, what we want you to do as you work your way through those different modules each day is comment. There's going to be a question on every day asking you something. And so leave a comment below. Feel free to share as much as you want, but that's how you can win some prizes. And I'm going to get to that here in a second. But you've got to comment every day that you're going through Oil Camp. Now, you're going to have questions as you come along and learn. That's totally normal. And remember, there are no dumb questions. I just was clueless when I started, and so we all get that. So jot your questions down. You might even keep a little notebook or a little pad of paper where you jot kind of your notes and thoughts about Oil Camp. But jot those questions down, and then we want you to connect back to your doTERRA friend, the wellness advocate who introduced you to doTERRA and invited you to Oil Camp. Connect back to them with your questions. They will be happy to answer them. Trust me, you are never bugging them. I love when people ask me oil questions. Nothing makes me happier than to have a new oil customer come back and say, hey, what about this? I don't know how to do that. What do you think? I love, because that tells me people are using their oils. Now, you also, as a member of our team, have access to a great online community on Facebook called Drop by Drop. That is our team's essential oil usage community. It is a great group, a robust group there's so much information to learn there. And so that's another group that if you're not part of yet, ask your doTERRA friend to add you to that group, and you can ask questions there as well. There's also a great search function. Off to the side of the group, you can search a specific issue or a specific oil. Maybe you're like, tell me what else to do with frankincense. Go search it in the group. We have thousands of people in that group, and so it's a great place to learn and to just get more ideas and recipes and ways to use the oils that you have. So speaking of that prize, we do a monthly surprise pack. And so every month, at the beginning of the month, we look back at the last month and look at all the comments within Oil Camp. And so for those who have stayed the course, finished the 2 weeks out and commented throughout, then you will be entered to win a monthly surprise pack. And we don't tell you what that is. It's just going to be a surprise that comes in the mail. And so we love sharing oils or things that you can use with the oils that you have. But you have to finish Oil Camp in order to qualify for that. So that's why those comments are so important, because that tells us that you are going through Oil Camp and finishing it. And so watch for those questions at the end of each day. So this is just the beginning. As we wrap up today, I want you to keep in mind that this is not your only essential oil education. You have joined our Little Brown Bottles team, and we are passionate about providing education for our customers. This particular education series, this Oil Camp, it's not college-level chemistry or human biology or the science of aromatherapy. Our intention is to give you practical, real-life, useful tips and ideas that you can begin to apply right away. We want you to hit the ground running with your oils, so we're going to keep it light and hands-on and practical. The coaching you're going to see each day is going to provide you with really simple ways to use your oils. It's going to take you 15-20 minutes, but I promise that if you follow along with us and stay up with the coaching and the posts and progress through Oil Camp, you're going to have a whole wellness routine of your own established in no time. You've already made the financial investment to get your oils, so now just make this small investment of time to make sure that that purchase you made goes to great use. Once you begin experiencing the benefits of the oils as you learn how to use them, you won't even be able to remember what your life was like before essential oils. You'll be just like the rest of us. So in closing, if you haven't already, I want you to break into that kit of oils of yours. Today's challenge is a simple one. We want you to just open a bottle of On Guard, put a drop in your hands. I like to do the palms of my hands, keep it off my fingertips so I don't inadvertently rub my eyes later. But rub your hands together and then cup your hands around your nose and mouth and take 4 to 5 deep breaths of that wonderful aroma. I think it kind of smells like Christmas. We'll talk more about On Guard in week 2, but this is a fantastic oil that you'll want to use regularly and for sure through the winter months to support your immune system. We use it all year round in our house. It's a fantastic oil to keep everyone healthy. Everyone needs a little On Guard in their life. So do that today and comment below and tell us what you think. So we're done here with this intro video. Thank you for being with us, and we're so excited to help you begin to use your oils. So head on over to the next module and get started in Oil Camp. Hope you have a great experience here.